Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the 2020 Outlook general reading for the sign of Aquarius. But before we do that, I just want to remind you all, this month I'm giving away, or this year rather, it's my first Christmas on YouTube, and this will be my first Christmas gift that I'm giving away. And this is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, which I've already unboxed in one of my videos, and I'm using this deck. But of course, one of you subscribers out there will win a brand new deck, and all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and leave me a comment to let me know that you're interested in the deck. It doesn't matter if you are international, it doesn't matter what country you're in, as long as wherever you are, you can get mail. As long as you can get mail wherever you're at, then you are eligible, okay? So I've had quite a few people ask me from India and from Holland. Absolutely doesn't matter where you're at in the world. Okay, so that's that. Let's get right into it. Your 2020 Outlook Aquarius is going to be a general reading. And of course, we all know that this reading can't be for every single Aquarius out there. And this is just going to be kind of like a general outlook onto your year, right? Your year 2020, what it holds for you, and what you may or may not be looking forward to. It is one simple scenario, so of course, if this doesn't resonate with you at all, that's fine, okay? Don't forget to check the other placements of your planets and check those readings out, because oftentimes your rising sign reading can oftentimes resonate with you even more than your sun sign, depending. So, and your Venus, and of course your moon. So let's get right into it, Aquarius. You have, the Wheel of Fortune covered by the Page of Wands. Wow, the Two of Wands. A lot of fire, Aquarius. A lot of forward motion, a lot of strategy. This is coming out for you. There's your Queen of Cups. There's your Emperor. This is so nice. I love it when the Aquarius readings come out like that. There's your Strength and your Eight of Pentacles. 2 8s back to back. Very, very nice. There's your, oh, fuck me. There's your Abundance and your 4 of Pentacles. There is your holding on to stability at the end of the deck. 7 of Swords, treachery. Watch out for those closest to you who may be seeking to stab you in the back. Certainly makes perfect sense with all of this abundance and good fortune coming into your life. Now, wow, Aquarius, this is such an awesome reading. Right away, you see 8 major arcana with 8 of Pentacles. The strength that is being shown here, the discipline. Of course, this is going to lead to a 10 of Pentacles, which is just absolute abundance. You have 10 of Pentacles at the center of the reading. You have the Wheel of Fortune is your year. Your year is nothing but opportunity, opportunity, opportunity coming in, coming in, coming in. You absolutely have your divine feminine, divine masculine connection, because you have Queen of Cups and Emperor represented both here. What else can I say? Let's get right into it, Aquarius. And I can't wait to get into your clarifiers. All right, so Aquarius, Wheel of Fortune is your year. This is it. So this is a year for you of nothing but golden opportunities just abounding everywhere. This is a very sort of special year, a very fateful year for you. This is a year where your life will turn a corner, right? This is a year of crossroads. All of the good fortune that you've been accumulating, all of the good karma perhaps that you've been accumulating after doing the hard work, walking the hard path, this year is your year. Wheel of Fortune is so beautiful. It means that the universe is really sort of turning. You know, the wheel is turning for you, which means the opportunities are now coming in with this Page of Wands. You have absolutely overcome fear. Page of Wands talks about just beginning brand new. It's like really having almost a whole new lease on life, right? It's like it's a whole new life for you. You're not afraid. Page of Wands is very much associated with conquering that tiger of fear, right? The fear that we have that stops us from being our best selves, or the fear that some of us have from, going out in the world and being creative. But here with Page of Wands is very idealistic. He's looking off into the future. He's seeing his future, his ambition, his purpose. He's like, yes, that's my purpose. You see there, right? This is what I want to do with my life. I'm not afraid to do it. I'm going to do it. It's like this energy that Page of Wands has. Let me go out and take the first step. This is very much, Page of Wands is very much the embodiment of the first step is the step necessary to manifesting your dreams. Pages are always earth. So with Page of Wands, you have the earthy aspect of Wands. You have the first step in the Court card of Wands. So the first step being overcoming fear. You have the earthy aspect, which is the very practical side to going after your ambitious plans, your goals, your vision. You know, building the blocks, right? And so this energy associated with Wheel of Fortune is absolutely awesome for you, Aquarius, because it means that you are really taking advantage of life's blessings this year. You're going to be very practical about it. You're going to be able to pick these opportunities up. You're going to be able to, you know what is needed to be put in, but your vision is very clear. Your vision, your purpose is very clear. And for some of you, you will find a new purpose this year. For some of you, this will be a ramping up of an existing purpose. But in any case, the year that you come into is a new stage. It's new for all of you. Whether you've been working towards an objective for a while or this is a new path that you're finding for yourself, there is a newness involved with the stage or the level that you come into this year with, because you have Page of Wands. It's very much sort of a renewed sort of vigor, a renewed sort of enthusiasm, right? And certainly a new path in a lot of ways for you guys. Definitely beautiful and very, very creative. This is going to be for those of you Aquarius who have a real vision to do something highly creative. Two of Wands and Four of Swords. Well, this is excellent energy for the year ahead, because not only Two of Wands is Mars in Aries, but then Four of Swords, we have stability. We have gratitude also. There's definitely an element of gratitude in the Four of Swords card. The gratitude to be able to sort of even be in a position that you're in. And so with that gratitude, you're being very, very strategic. This is your unconscious card. So in the back of your mind, you're being very careful. You're plotting. You're not plotting. You're thinking. You're thinking ahead. You're strategically sort of planning your next step, right? And you're being very intentional, right? I think this is a very important year for you, and for a lot of you, it feels like, certainly with this Wheel of Fortune and this sense of purpose that you have, you're coming into this year with a real sort of like strategy for it, right? Of course, Four of Swords is a mental card, so Aquarius, you're all about the mental, right? And the Two of Wands, and it's like this is such an exciting reading. The Two of Wands is Mars and Aries, so this year, you're going to be very, very sort of like intentional about taking your steps towards your ambitious plans, right? You know, when you see the opportunity to take the next step, you're going to take it. You're not going to be sitting around thinking about it. This is a real year of action for you, Aquarius. A real year of motion, you know, and it just feels very, very good. Now you come into the year with a Queen of Cups and you round out with Emperor. So you start your year off very much being sort of the sensitive, very sort of wanting to exchange your cup of love with someone. You could also indeed be part of a project. Two of Wands, it's your ambition, but you could be working with others as well. But in any case, you're kind of very much, Aquarius, you're kind of, and this isn't gender specific, but you're representing sort of the mother, the sensitive, the strong sort of sensitive one, right? In the beginning of the year, you're coming in very sort of, I want to say that a lot of people may be coming to you for comfort, right? You may have a lot of people coming to you sort of for advice about love and about how to move forward and things like that. You're just finding yourself in the beginning of the year feeling very sort of in your feelings and wanting to exchange those, right? Queen of Cups talks about wanting to hand her cup of love to someone. And it's really this feeling that she has where she's just very emotional and sensitive. She's very sort of nurturing, right? And she's willing to give of her nurturing side, right? She's like the Florence Nightingale, like she's willing to come and sort of take care. And I think at the beginning of the year, you're going to be really resonating with a lot of that energy in the sense that you will be sort of a matriarch, acting as a matriarch in that way. And again, it's not gender specific. You can be a guy or a girl or a boy. It doesn't matter. But at the beginning of the year, you're the one that a lot of people are coming to, I feel like, for this sort of sensitive shoulder that you can provide for them, right? You round out the year with Emperor energy, and Emperor is, of course, like real authoritative in the sense that, you start off the year with Wheel of Fortune and Page of Wands, but you round the year off being in a position of authority, So this whole year that you take where you're working on your career, this is absolutely to do with a career. This has nothing to do necessarily with, I don't see any love interest or getting new love interest here or anything like that. This is all about an Aquarius who is really going after their ambition this year. But by the end of the year, you just assume a position of authority in your field because you've done so much. You will have had so many accomplishments this year. And this is going to be very much a case also of like that lucky break. With that Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be a lot of luck involved, but it's not just all luck. Obviously, you're good at what you do, and this is very fated. This is your path. But with the wheel turning, it's like you're getting the best opportunities coming in, right? You're getting the luckiest opportunities. You're getting all of the opportunities that have as much already going for them, you know, as they can, you know, and have the potential for sort of giving such huge returns as well. Wheel of Fortune talks about opportunities that not only are really great opportunities, right? If you put the effort in, of course, this is all still about your effort, but they also promise to bring such huge returns in a lot of ways. And this isn't only with money. You know, this can be returns in a way of blessings of wisdom, blessings of spiritual focus, of spiritual clarity, blessings of understanding and patience. These are all blessings as well of the spirit that we can have that come into our life. So Wheel of Fortune can also indicate events that are just very lucky for us to have found that. You ever hear somebody say something like, you know, I feel so lucky that I met this person or that this event happened, because had that not have happened, I might not even be here today. I might not even be alive. I might not even be here because they were living a certain life. So again, it's a feeling of the universe favoring you and bringing fortune to you, but the fortune can also be in the form of different events that happen in your life that save you from yourself or that save you from, you know, a burden or a difficult path, right? So in any case, you round the year off on this really strong position. 4 major arcana, stable. You have 10 major arcana. Wheel of Fortune also talks about completion, because 10 is the number for completion, and the Wheel of Fortune almost turns in a way to say, wow, now you're coming fully complete. All the hard work that you've done. Here, let us complete this cycle with all of these blessings and these beautiful opportunities that you can then springboard from, right? But here we also have another 10 on the other side of that Emperor. And I'm going to get to that, but that is your position for hopes and dreams and fears, right? But it's interesting, this aspect. Sometimes there is an aspect in the, for my spreads anyway, there is an aspect, the way I lay it, the Celtic cross, between your hopes and dreams and your outcome here. And they form a nice aspect, and your hopes and dreams and outcome, of course, are aspecting very nicely in the sense that you are having a huge amount of financial abundance coming in. And this Emperor position, this position of authority that you're kind of coming into towards the end of the year, it's also that kind of very mature position also for some of you that puts you in a position to be ready to perhaps get married or start thinking of, you know, your family, the future, the future of your line, of your family, maybe having children, maybe settling down, because 10 of Pentacles talks about the kind of wealth that is fully complete and whole. And so wealth on all levels isn't just monetary, it's also the wealth of having a happy home life or family life, a happy connection with your family and with your significant other, in a sense that you have that special wealth, of that, so that you can bring children into the world, so that your line can carry on, so that you can grow to sort of old age with this. That is a blessing, to be able to have the type of family environment or love connection with someone that you can live with them forever and just have this beautiful family that grows and grows and grows and brings progresses the line forward. This is a huge blessing also, and this is what we see with 10 of Pentacles in the sense of completion of the Pentacles suit. So you have this coming in your hopes and dreams right next to your Emperor, and so I think this year is really setting you up for this kind of nest. Of course, here we go. Let's take a step back now and go to your attitude, how you face the year and what you come back with. 8 and 8. 8 strength, major arcana, and 8 of pentacles. This year, you are come into this year very, very strong and confident. You come into this year with the strength of knowing that, if you listened to haters before, you don't listen to them now. If you doubted yourself before, you don't doubt yourself now. You have the strength of knowing that you are on the right path, of knowing who you are. You don't sort of succumb to your lower sides, to the baser emotions like jealousy or envy or impatience or spitefulness or, all of these kind of egocentric ideas is what we see in the strength card, is what the form or the woman in the card is working to sort of tame those emotions so that she can tap into a higher strength. Now, the reason why 8 is also associated with boundaries is that one of the ways to tame those baser sides of ourselves, right, is to put boundaries in place so that we don't allow that type of energy into our life. If we allow negative energy into our life, then it's going to constantly be like a struggle that we have to combat. We have to constantly fight against it. We have to constantly fight not taking it on or not adopting that toxicity. So with 8 and the strength card, we find that one of the main components, necessary components to really tapping into your strength and maintaining your strength is understanding the need for boundaries. Understanding the need to enforce your boundaries with people and to simply not let energy into your life that you will ultimately have to spend a lot of effort fighting against, or that will ultimately simply because you've let it into your life that deeply that, you ultimately will resonate with some of its toxicity until you finally get rid of it. So here we find this need and this understanding. And I think a lot of you will be cutting out anyone or any person or anything in your life this year that is not going to be working towards your benefit. You're also going to be doubling down on the restrictions and boundaries you set with yourself. Here we find 8 of Pentacles. We find that a person puts restrictions on themselves as well, and in order to achieve a task, right? The restriction of saying, look, you can't go out and party all night. You can't do this. You can't spend a whole lot of money if you don't have it. You can't, you know what I mean? There's certain boundaries you put on yourself. You know that if you do certain activities, you're not going to be focused the next day for work, so you don't do that. These are all boundaries and restrictions that we put on ourselves. And when we do that, for the aim or the objective of achieving a skill or mastering a skill, we call that discipline. It's just simply discipline. You're disciplining yourself to behave a certain way so that you can remain focused. All right? So discipline with yourself is also what's necessary when we're dealing with the strength card. You have to be very diligent with yourself to fight against sort of those lower emotions, right? When somebody does something to you that pisses you off and you want to get, you kind of, initially sometimes you have that knee-jerk reaction of you just want to cuss them out, you want to hurt them back or something like that. It takes a lot of strength and discipline to stop yourself from doing that. First, you have to stop yourself from doing that, and so not to succumb to that toxic energy. And then you have the strength. Then you have to have the strength to sort of be willing to say goodbye or be willing to set that person further away from you. Increase the boundaries so that they can't get that close to hurt you again. You round off the year with this, towards the end of the year, of course, I've talked about this, your main objective and your hopes and dreams are absolutely to have everything you need. And also this is the position for your fears. So, of course, you fear this as also in a lot of ways, Aquarius. The fear could be that when it comes, everything will change. If you get real abundance, maybe everything else in your life will change that you're happy with. Or it can be a fear that once the abundance comes in, you won't know how to live without it. There's anxieties associated with our hopes and dreams that are generally the flip side of that hope and dream, right? It's the flip side of that coin. But nevertheless, I think this is what you really hope for. You round off the year with the 4 of Pentacles, Aquarius, and this is really just to say that you round off the year being very, very careful with your money. You will have probably received a lot of abundance this year, a lot of money. You will have been, of course, working very, very hard, right? And like I said here, I don't know if I followed my point through, but this is These boundaries you put in place only allow you to continue to master your craft and master your craft and master your craft. And it's this mastering of your craft that's going to shoot you to the success, right? But with Four of Pentacles, the success has come in to a certain degree. You have a bit more money, but now you're feeling very, very careful. And you're worried perhaps about the stability of your money being impacted, right? This is the third four now we have in the reading. So we have two heavy, strong eights and two fours, major arcana four. So we're talking about stability this year. We're talking about maintaining stability. Don't become overly sort of paranoid or anxious, because this card is also associated with miserliness and greediness when it's really sort of a strong fear component involved, right? But for the most part, it is really wanting to maintain your financial stability and being just very, very careful with your money, not giving anything away, not being very conservative, certainly not being sort of gambling or taking any risks whatsoever with your money at all. And of course, I don't feel that this is a strongly sort of negative Four of Pentacles. I do feel this is just natural after so much abundance comes in that you naturally feel like you want to protect it. And it could also be that towards the end of the year, events start to happen that just that really rush you right into an area where you are going to have to protect it. It's like you don't get any breather. For some of you, the success and the abundance may start to come in this year, and comes in at some point so quickly that it already feels like it's being threatened before you even had a chance to sort of protect it, if you know what I mean. So just take good care. A lot of people this year are going to be stepping up financially, and I would urge people to, if you're with your business or your career, you're really sort of having these big sort of steps up, I would say talk to financial advisors, talk to people who can advise you with your money, certainly. You have all these coins. Look at all those coins. Of course, it's natural for you to be worried about the stability of it at some point. Three of Cups. Oops. There's your Wheel of Fortune again. There's your Magician. And there's your Knight of Cups. Wow. Magician out of control underneath. So the Thoth deck has three different Magicians in it. There's a Magician exalted, a Magician imbalanced, a Magician out of balance. This is the Magician out of balance. Now, let me explain something. I haven't gotten too deeply into these undercards, but I will now. Be careful this year. There is someone in your life that is very treacherous. This is usually someone very close to you. Seven of Swords is at play at the bottom of the deck. Throughout the year, I would say to you, this is not being paranoid, but be careful. Be careful with those closest to you. And I mean that. Those that you grew up with, those that you would never believe would do anything to hurt you, because the nature of Seven of Swords is treachery, in the sense that this is the dream thief. This is the person who is so covetous. They want what you have. They always want what someone very close to them has, because that makes the thing that they're trying to take even more valuable. We don't value a stranger's possessions. You're going to much more value something that belongs to someone very close to you. And so this is why this card is associated with treachery and thievery. Treachery being someone who's close to you, who steals from you, and they do it in a very underhanded way. They trick you, they make you believe that you can trust them, right? And this is the nature of Seven of Swords, this person, and they're very much like the dream thief in the sense that they don't just steal like little material possessions, right? They try to take your dreams. This is the person, an example could be, this is the person who tries to steal your idea in business. Say you're in a business, right? Say you're some kind of software producers, right? And you've been producing software, and you have this close friend of yours who you didn't think really was such a big head with software, but they understand a little bit. But secretly, they've been watching everything you've been doing, and they steal your idea and they take it to market before you have. That's what I'm talking about, It's not just money that they want to take from you. This person wants to take your dreams. They want to covet your dreams, and they will have absolutely no problem taking from you. This is somebody, if you're in the music industry, this is somebody who will steal your songs. This is somebody, if you're a comedian, who will steal your jokes. This is somebody who will sort of also sort of coordinate things in a very underhanded way so that you fail and they win. But they only win by sort of default because you failed. You know what I mean? This is the story of the tortoise and the hare. You know, the hare is always cheating and trying to do something underhanded. This is also the card for futility. So by the way, do remember this. This person generally never wins at what they're trying to do. All of their attempts are very futile because the universe simply does not... it just doesn't sort of award people for this kind of behavior. Even if it looks like it on the surface, they're not being rewarded. And I would feel very sorry for anybody who did something like this to you because... you know, the sort of self-torment and sort of bad energy and negative karma that they are inviting into their lives is really not something to be sort of jealous of. So, but this person, their actions and their attempts are futile. They never win. And so in this way, they're not going to succeed at getting their objective. They never can win. They never can get that sort of... They can never take your dreams and make it for themselves, no matter how much they try, right? But that doesn't mean that they won't succeed in fucking your life up. Do you see what I'm saying? It's futility from their point of view, but it's certainly not futility from the point of view of the person that they screwed over, or the person that they stole from. Because they absolutely will steal from you, and it's going to go down and happen, and yeah, it's not like it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget when I say futility, the Seven of Swords, and when you see Seven of Swords being referred to as the card for futility, don't think for a second that what they're trying to say is that, you know, this person who's coming after you is just going to not be able to get you. They may still indeed be able to fuck your life up and get you. It just won't serve the purpose that they expect. And so this is why I'm saying you still have to be very careful. Three of Cups. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right? Two of Wands and Three of Cups, and so you're going out in the world. Of course, Three of Cups talks about abundance and relationships and friendships. This year you're going to be extremely social. Very, very social, Aquarius. You're going to have a lot of sort of celebrations, perhaps in a social group or with your culture, religious background, maybe just with your friends, your social group, your friend group. Yeah, this is going to be a nice year of celebrations for you and your friends, and you're just resonating up with all of that, right? Look at this. Wheel of Fortune has come out over Four of Swords. There's your Wheel of Fortune. There's your Wheel of Fortune. I love it. And so, yes, this is a huge year of opportunity for you. And the Wheel of Fortune comes out over the Four of Swords just to sort of clarify, be careful this year. Yes, the opportunities are coming in, but this Four of Swords is an important card to pay attention to with regard to these opportunities, because you are going to have to be very strategic. Don't just grab the first thing that comes in. Remember, just because the Wheel of Fortune shows up in a reading, or and I, you know, like for instance, I'm saying to you that it's turning for you this year, that doesn't mean that every single option or opportunity is part of this. Not all your opportunities are going to be golden opportunities. You still have to discern. You still have to be present and intentional. You still have to, you know, pay attention and sift out which ones they're there. You know, the universe, the wheel is indeed turning for you, and these beautiful sort of opportunities are definitely coming your way. But, you know, an opportunity is only as good as you make it, or is only as good as, you know, the way that you take it and make it. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't take the opportunity and if you don't make the most of the opportunity, then it's not, you know, it doesn't matter. It's not an opportunity at all. You know what I'm saying? So take care, be strategic, and of course, you know, it's just to reaffirm that you are on the right track for those of you who are being very methodical and planning. The Magician, the Queen of Cups, of course, everyone is coming to you because right now this year you're coming into this period of your life where everything just seems so fluid and easy for you. You just seem so absolutely like at ease. You're doing whatever career or whatever work you're doing, whatever this project is, you seem like the master at it, right? The Magician comes in when you are able to use, when you know all your talents and skills and you're able to use them so effortlessly that the world around you is just in awe. You know, and you're just kind of you're just making it look effortless. You're making it look easy because you know who you are, and you know the skills you have, and you resonate with such high confidence. So you come into this year feeling strong, emotionally, open and receptive. You're definitely acting as matriarch to someone this year, or to a group, or to this project. Right, this aim, I'm sure this objective of yours involves others, right? And so, but in your social group this year, you're absolutely going to be the one that a lot of people are coming to. A lot of people are going to seek counsel from in a lot of ways, but more in a very sort of emotional, kind of like comforting way, right? You're going to be extremely comforting to people. And you're also going to feel really good about just being who you are and really expressing yourself emotionally. And of course, the Knight of Cups comes in over that Emperor energy. Some of you indeed are meeting a love connection this year. It may indeed be that this Queen of Cups could be you, also being very receptive. And this Emperor, not only for some of you with regard to your career, you're definitely resonating with Emperor energy by the end of the year. But it could also be that some of you Aquarius are calling in your divine masculine mate, because the Knight of Cups has come out over that Emperor. And so for some of you, you're also calling in sort of a very strong mate to you, a lover, a love connection, which again, through all of this hard work and everything, the way it's turning, the way the wheel is turning, has all the possibility for turning into this Ten of Pentacles. It could very well be that this love interest that comes in, this strong love interest, because Emperor is going to be someone who's a leader for sure. This is going to be someone who's definitely an alpha, a leader in their field, someone who's really resonating up quite highly there, right? And it could indeed be, Aquarius, that this person is exactly the person that you've been waiting for to come into your life. This could be another blessing from the Wheel of Fortune coming into your life, because this is the type of person that you can indeed then have this connection with, the connection of family and home, and the blessing of a good, stable sort of private, personal life and family life, so that you can actually, yes, have the children, have the grandchildren, have the happy sort of progeny. Very, very nice indeed. Knight of Cups, someone is definitely going to be wanting to give their cup of love to you later on in the year, Aquarius. All right, this is it. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. This is really, really strong reading, Aquarius. I just love it. I think I'm going to pull an animal spirit for you real quick. Strong energies. You know what? I think I'm going to pull a different one. I think I'm going to pull for you from the new deck, which is the deck that I'm giving away. This one, which is the Spirit Animal deck. Don't forget, I'm about to wrap this reading up, but don't forget, this is the deck I'm giving away, and you just have to be subscribed and leave me a comment. But I'm going to pull an Animal Oracle deck, card out for you from this deck. See what kind of animal spirit you may be working with this year. This is just going to be one animal spirit that I pull out for you. The rabbit spirit. Look at this beautiful energy. Look at that rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Okay, so that's what that says. Now is a lucky time. You know, and the rabbit is really associated with affection and children and having the kind of life that you have a lot of kids and you're happy, you're lucky. You know, you have blessings. Children are blessings. This is why I think a lot of times rabbits are associated with luck, because of the blessings that all of the children bring. But in this deck, the rabbit spirit is associated with luck, and luck is, again, what you make of it. It's taking the opportunity, and of course, what better animal spirit to have coming in this year than the rabbit when you have two Wheel of Fortunes. All right, guys, this is it. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to check out the rest of the links at the top of the description to the various Aquarius readings. Don't forget to comment if you want the Oracle deck, Spirit Animal Oracle deck as a gift, right? Check out the unboxing for that. And don't forget, I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm going to leave the links for that. And you can also send donations on Venmo. I'm on Venmo now. Quite a few people had asked me to get that so that they can send donations to me. And I do appreciate that. I was using PayPal before, and I guess a lot of people really don't use PayPal anymore. So I am now on Venmo at Bow and Arrow Tarot. That's it, guys. I love you so, so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful December and have an awesome 2020. Bye-bye, Aquarius.